Because US people may not join now, it's too late. I need to send the recording, otherwise they will shout. Okay, I think it's fine. So I cannot, if I have 20 users and I need to create 20 users and then I want to add these 20 users to a particular group, some particular role, that is a BA author role. So this is the role we have here. Okay, and rather than you adding every individual user one by one, okay, so what we can do, we can create a group here itself. So people who are from 10, 11, okay, there is a big difference on the group, okay, 10 and 11. In the 11 group is nothing but a group of users, that's all. Okay, so now I have 3 users. So I can go and create a group here. Okay, you can choose what group you want. Okay, I'll say group development. Okay, so once you create a group, you will see a group and you can add every individual user. Say for example, this is the user I have. So this user, okay, when you say groups here and when you go for group development, it can show you what are the members part of this group. So these are the members related, okay, and in the same way, okay, so you can choose. So now user underscore America is one user. I want to add this user to a group. Okay, so previously we are individual. So now I am adding this user. We are in user America and adding this particular user to this group. Save it. And in the same way, I can, one small thing here is, every user you need to select and then push into this particular group. So now I have added 2 users. So previously we have an individual user, okay, and adding every individual user to be a author. User added here as error. But now we have added all these users to a group by name GRP development. So these 2 users part of that particular group, or like this you can create a number of groups and you can add every individual user to whatever group you want. So what is the benefit is, you don't get any technical benefit, okay, you will get a benefit of repeating the same activity multiple times. So I want to add these 10 users to a role which is the author. So now you know what is the difference on the role and group. Group means group of your users. Role means it is something really making some benefit for you. Okay, so we have initially access related roles. One is author, administration. So now what I can do, if I want to add a particular person to a particular group, let's say I have administrator. If I want to add multiple people to this particular role, so rather than you adding users, previously I am selecting one by one, I can go and select group. So now I am adding a group. So when I say add, when I say adding this group means, so overall part of this particular group are indirectly added to this particular role. So group will not benefit anything extra, but 10G group is completely different. Whatever I am calling role, in 10G it is actually group. Okay, but here user, group of users is a group. Okay, and role will help you what type of access you want to give to a person. So you can directly add a user or you can directly add a group. So directly or indirectly you can add it. Anything is fine. Okay, so this way You will have also groups you can create it in a WebLogic and console, and then you can add user or a group to a individual people like this. Okay, so that is the concept here. So now, so you can just for now ignore, okay, users and groups and everything. We know that is very small one time activity. So coming to the roles, so we have already given individual roles to the individual people. Okay, so now I have given unwantedly, so I will just go and remove some of the things. Looks like didn't they save, or I don't know. Looks like I have not saved it. Okay, fine. So now we have groups, users, and added to role. So now we will talk something else in the roles. So right now these are all system, but I can also create my own roles, and when these roles can help you, we'll see right now. Coming back to the authorization, authentication, pure data validation, credentials validation, authorization, setting up the roles, okay, for every individual user or a group, whatever it is. In the authorization, okay, you will have one more very important, okay, topic, which is called data level security. So previously what we have discussed was access related. Okay, you can keep, so maybe to just make a abstract, security, authentication and authorization. Okay, and authentication means validating. How do you authenticate? Using WebLogic and all. So we are still in a basic only, we are not talking. And when it comes to the authorization, okay, so total we have 3 items here. One is access related security and data level security. This is also known as row level security. And object level security. Access related security means accessing, okay, whether you can access admin, whether you can access a development report, and all that will be access related. And the other two are very important. So this we are implementing using predefined roles, system defined roles. They are all we have. Okay, this is doing this way. But in addition to this, we have 2 other types of the securities, which is called data level security and object level security. So first we will see, okay, object level security. What is object level security means? Say for example, now we have 2 people. So she is HR manager, he is a sales manager. But we have a single repository. In my repository, We have so many subject areas, okay, and HR is there, and even in the HR we have lot many tables. We have a sales, and in the sales also we have so many tables, and we have different subject areas. But what I want is, whenever being she has a HR, whenever she logs into OBIEE report, I want to show only tables which are related to HR. I want to restrict her to see sales and finance data, because being as HR. At the same time, he is a salesperson, but in our OBIEE we have everything. When I go there, every big list you can see. Okay, but I want to restrict him to see only sales data, not the HR. So this is very strictly you have to follow in a reporting development, not only in OBIEE, anywhere. Okay, because there will be so many users, every user whenever he log in, if I show all the HR data to everyone, then you are gone. You see everybody's salaries. So that's why depends on the user. Okay, I want to restrict what information he can access. Means he can see from RPD, and what information other person can see. All that setting you have to do. So that is called object. Why it is called object level? In presentation layer, everything what you do in a, everything is an object. What is it? Can be a table or it can be a, so these are all your objects. Okay, whenever he log in, I want to show only some specific subject areas only. Whenever she logs in, I want to show some specific subject areas only. That is what I want. So that's why I am restricting the objects. That objects you can restrict to complete subject area, or you can restrict within one subject area some of the tables also you can restrict. So now we have some data. Okay, there is a customer person, there is a product. There are two people. Okay, so whenever customer user logs in, I want to show only customer data. Otherwise, I want to show. So to make this happen, first I will try to create few more users. Okay, so that we can see bit clarity. Okay, how security will be implemented. So these are the users we have. So now already I have created couple of users here. User America, Asia is there. So America is the America regional manager. He is taking care of the customers. He is also Asia region is a customer division. In the same way, he works in a customer division. He works in a customer. He works in a customer. He works in a product division. So we have already created two users. I am going to create few more users quickly here. So we have all people users, and 1, 2, 3 people are customer division people, and remaining 2 people are product division people. So both departments are completely different. Now you use any user. So I am going to give a author role for everyone, because I want everyone, okay, should be in a position to. Anyway, user Apple is already part of the administrator, so we don't need to worry. America is there. Middle East, Asia, BISTEC, fun part. So we all got now. I'm just double verifying it. So now all the users now part of administration. So I can log in with any user and I can go and see, select any data right now. So I can see all these subject areas and also I can select any data. I can go anywhere and then I can, let's say I'm going to sales revenue analysis. I can go and select any column from here. Products and customers, everything, whatever I want, I can select. So anything. Subject area or table, anything, all comes under object. So as you said, first we will be restricting subject areas only. When he goes, I will not show the HR subject area. When she goes, I will not show the sales subject area. No, when you go here right now, we have not done any security so far. Right now it is showing everything. We have not done that, implemented. Okay. So now whenever this user logs in, I don't want to show something. Whenever this guy logs in, I want to show something. So this is all. Okay, done. So we have created users there. We have added the users to roles here. Okay. Now the third step is, if you go to RPD, since we are in an online mode, okay, so I am going to third place where identity, we have already seen. What are the users currently available, okay, and what are the roles available? They are all, we have not created anything extra. So what are the roles we have, and in every role who are all part of that role, everything you can see here. So now BI other, okay, when you double click, you will see what are the users. Everything will be synchronized from top to bottom. WebLogic, middleware, and then RPD. So now, okay, so these are part of, so everything you can, when you make any changes there, that all will be inherited to the all the levels here. So now you can also see in the RPD that, okay, these users are part of that particular role. Okay, and also in the bottom you see author means a developer. So consumer, author, admin, and repository system. See, author will be by default part of consumer. The bottom you can see, whoever is author is by default a member of consumer. Means anybody added to author, he will be definitely see the data, because by default it will be. Administrator will have a author and consumer added automatically. So by default. So levels consumer, author, and administrator, and repository manager, and then system. That is the level of the security. So now what I want to do for this particular user, whenever this user is there, say right now, whenever this user logs in, so when I am double clicking it, when you double click this user, okay, you will get some options. So this user is part of what? BI author and consumer. And if you click on the permissions here, now you see one option logging level. What is logging level? How much detailed log you want to see? Sometimes when she logs in, I want to see or show log level 5, means a detailed logging. But when he logs in, I want to give a 2 level logging or a 3 level, means differentiate. So somebody developer, somebody different people. So you can also choose for this user what is the log level you want. If you give there, okay, that is for everyone. But if you make any changes, this will be log level specific to the individual user. So when she logs in, she will see whatever I give 5. So detail log. So if I give log level 0 for this user, you will not see any log detail. So individually you can set everything to individual person. Now,
main log, where
uh,
main log, maximum fee. And here we cannot give more than fee.
you can give.
No, while developing,
Mm.
we are maintaining one fee, maximum fee.
Mm.
3, 4, 5, 7 layers are there. There we said there are 300. So here we can give another 3, either 1, either 2, either 3. Or here 5.
Anything, whatever you give will be taking the priority.
Okay. This is already we have set a log here.
No, that will not be. If you see, there you define log level. Okay. So for every individual user, whatever log level you give, for that user, this is the log level. This will override the general one which you give there. So now there I have given 5, here I have given 3. This will take 3.
Here if I, can I give here 6? There
Anything you, no, when you give here, there is a log level, here is a log level. So this is the user level you have given, it will take priority. This will take the,
reflect only that is
huh?
this is only reflect.
Yeah, this is only reflect. So now you have group of people are there. I told everybody come. It is available, applicable to everyone. But if I go and talk to one person, please come. Okay, don't come. So I told group, all the group, please come. But I went to this guy explicitly and told don't come. So this will take priority because individual. So that is the overall level. This is the individual person. So not only here, anywhere, if there is a conflict, whatever you are given very closest will take the priority. That will again discuss in a, not this, in a group you will have this kind of concept. Okay, next we'll talk that one.
If we are giving level two means it means that they will be a other consumer.
Not that level. Log level means how much detail logging it will write into log file. If you go to session, you will see log, right? Physical SQL, logical SQL. And what you are understanding about the log level? Okay, that log level. How much detail log level you write it. That is. I am clicking the permissions. In the permissions tab, so I am in a user. I am in a I clicked on the permissions tab here. So when you click on permissions tab, you will get some options here. All these options are applicable to this user. Whatever I give, this is applicable to this user only. Okay. So now you will see object permissions, data filters, query limits. This is the place where we define object level security, hiding or showing the objects for this particular user. Data filters. This is the place where I define data level security, what data I want. So we don't know the detail, we'll see. So now I am going to object permissions. Okay, by default, nothing will be there, means it is public, everything is happening. But when I go and say, click on plus symbol here, okay, when I go and select, for this user I want to show only okay, revenue analysis, read. You can, we'll talk about the read write later, but say read and no access. Okay. So when you select, by default for every person, when you don't give anything, it is clearly understood that he has access to everyone. But when I go and say revenue analysis, I have given read, and remaining all I am giving no. Sorry. This I'm taking a lengthy part, will make it a cut short in the next step. So for this user, whenever he logs in, I am not giving any access on the subject areas to this particular user. So this is the place where generally you define the restrictions of your presentation objects to a individual user. This is one place, and there is also alternate method. When you go to presentation catalog, when you right click any subject area here, and again you will find options called permissions. Permissions report means what are the permissions you have for which users on this one, and when you double click this where subject area, you will see permissions again here. So this is also same thing here. Whatever you do here will be both are same. On this particular subject area, I have given access to this particular user. So remaining all default. If I don't want to show to any other, I want to restrict it. But right now I am for one user I am taking care of this. Okay. Now if you click the other subject areas, default means access. User America, there is no access, okay, on this particular subject area. Okay, one symbol. There are two things are there in this. We'll see later. Okay, and saving it. So how the default permissions works, we'll see. There is one property. We'll discuss that now after looking at this. So if I want to refresh anything, I should have admin privilege. So if you log in with a different user, you will not be in a position to refresh. So every time to refresh, I need to log in with the admin user only. So now we have restricted all the other subject areas to this guy. So when I go, I will only see this and remaining all. But at the same time, if I log in, user underscore Asia, I can see everything. Okay, so this way for every individual user, I am hiding some of the others. That is generally we will have it. We will have 100 subject areas, but not everybody will see everything. And depends on what who you are. Okay, say for example, for other person, okay, I am trying to restrict. So both are same subject areas. So I don't want. I'll take it up later. Okay, or I need to create one more user. I'll show. So now we are already here. Okay, sometimes if you make any changes in the web logic or anywhere, so in case if they are not immediately reflecting here, what you can do, go to actions, say synchronize application roles. In case you already opened and something you made changes there, but that those users are not coming here or something not reflecting here, go to actions and say synchronize. So it will synchronize your repository with your WebLogic and then middleware, so that all will be in same page. So we have HR user. For this user, I am going to set the quick permissions. I will say HR analytics only. Okay, select, read. Okay, remaining all I will say. So I am not giving access on the sales, revenue, headcount, header detail. So I can give access on this one. So I need to refresh. So I need to log in with a web admin user and refresh it. So you have a different browser, you can directly open it. Same, you cannot log into same browser with the two users, but you can use a different browser. Okay, so I think we are given on 3 actually. We didn't check what it is given. So is in a position to access HR and then revenue and then headcount. Okay, we have not removed this option there. Okay, so this way object level security means for every individual user you can give a restrictions, what he can see, what he cannot see. So if when we restrict it, he will not be in a position to see any data. Now coming back to this, so now I am logging out. User underscore America. So I can see revenue and then I can also select anything. Okay, I will go to, so now who is this guy? Asia. So he is a customer division. Okay, so and what is the region he is working? He is working in a America region. So whenever this guy logs in, he can go and now select, okay, how many, what is the total profit or a quantity, okay, in our region. Every region he can go and select. So is a customer division. So he can access all the revenue data and event and selected the columns and fine. But now what is the problem is he belongs to only America. He is managing only America region. He is a customer division person. He is working fine. Okay. But the only thing is he is not a big boss. He is only managing the America region. So now whenever he logs in, because he belongs to only America region, I don't want to allow him to see non-America region data. I don't, whenever he logs in, let him create a report, but by default I want to restrict him not to see other regions data. This is called data level security or row level security. We are now, previously objects only we are hiding. When there is no visibility of the object, there is no point of selection of that also. But now I can select it. When I select, I can see every data, but now I want to show only some limited records or some particular data only. So that is called data level or row level security. So now to restrict it again, we'll go in the same way. I will go to identity. I will go to this user. So being this user, okay, a America region manager only, previously we have restricted what to be visible, not to visible here. That is object level. So here you have an option called data filters, is a place where we define restrictions on the data. So whenever this guy logs in, okay, so I am clicking at add filter here. I am selecting, since he has access to this one, and whenever he create any report, I want to show him only region. Okay, I am selecting region column here, and I am keeping some filter here. What filter? In the region, customer details, and in the region column I am putting only America. We have some region, what you should match with America is the region. So I am putting some restriction. So I put a condition that whenever he logs in, I will allow him only to see data where region equal to America only. In the same way, whenever this guy logs in, so he is America regional manager. So he is also working on customer division, but he is a Middle East guy. Let's take Asia. He is managing, okay, you let him see all. If you want to restrict, you can restrict it. But now, since he is a Asia regional manager, so whenever he try to select any data, I want to restrict him to see only this particular region. Asia means APAC, APAC. So for two users we again, so this user Asia, user Asia, I have given a permission to see only one particular region, APAC, and for this user I have given a permission to see only America region data. Just see spelling. Okay. I'll open in another browser. So I can have a permission to see this data and I can get inside. But now what I am doing, I am trying to select region column and then I am trying to select what is the total quantity sold out. But you will see, so permanently whenever he logs in and then create the report, you will be only seeing America data. At the same time, here I am trying to log in with a different person. No, why it is not going? So there is some browser problem. That's why. So I am log out here and if you have two browsers working, you can try both at a time. So now this time I am logging with the user Asia. Now I can see all because we have not restricted him. If you want, you can restrict. But I am going to revenue analysis and I am trying to select region wise how many number of units sold out. So we are not same objects only I am selecting, but you will select, you will see only APAC data. It is technically we are putting some conditions in the backside, but this kind of security implementation is called data level or row level security. So you will have a same subject area, everything is same, but depending on the user, so if she is HR, if she logs in, she will see only HR, and you all are non-sales team only, but he is a North America region manager and he is a Asia region. He can go into RPD. He will select all the columns, but being is as a America, whenever he select any report, will show data only America related, and whenever he logs in separately from his machine, when he see the data, he will be allowed to see only Asia data, that is APAC. So this is called data level security. Okay, so this is the fundamental, but only thing now the biggest problem is now she got transferred from HR to sales. Now he got transferred from the America to Asia and Asia to other chain. So what I am supposed to do now? Again I need to go RPD, change everything. So there is a new user added. Okay, and then I need to go and add this user to role and everything. And this is a common that every time roles will be changing, transferred, promotions, everything. Okay, it's going to be very hectic maintenance in the repository. So this can be slightly automated with the help of variables. Okay, so that what is variable and how many types are there and how we can mix up this variable with security and all that will continue in the next session. Okay, this is but overall basic foundation of the security, and this is the very lowest level of implementing. In the worst case, this is the scenario, but we'll do it in a better way, and for that we need to learn something else called variables. Okay, and how can we advance this, and how many other type of securities are there, we'll see it later. Okay, we'll take tomorrow.